broke in the house. I said, do Lord have mercy. I said, police.
One of the men attacked the elderly 4'9", 100-pound
Why am I
woman.
laughing?
4'9".
Push me down, and my head gets a little heater and knocked me right there. I said, do Lord help me. Do Lord help me. They can't be here and they help me.
Somehow Ms. Gooden found the strength to fight back. She picked up the stick and hit one of the would-be robbers in the head with it. Take a look, it broke in half. They then ran off and got
It's a
away with it.
broomstick.
I can raise me.
Is that wild or is that wild?
Dude, there's so many things I want to talk about. One, I can listen to old people tell stories all fucking day.
Right.
I don't care if the story's real, not real. I can listen to old people like that tell stories all day. Matter of fact, if that was a TV show where just old people sat and just told fucking stories like that, I would laugh my ass off.
Absolutely.
Dude, I want to die before I become too old, but still. And just
Right.
old people like that fucking crack me
98
up.
years old. 4'9".
No, my
4'9",
question
that's like
is,
tiny. Your
all right,
question
there's
is?
so many questions. There's so many. One, why are you screaming police? Is this like a 1970s superhero fucking thing? Police! Come on, dude. You call 911, you can't even get a cop.
Right.
I mean, who the fuck? Police!
We'll try to be there tomorrow.
Exactly.
We're kind of busy.
So, maybe back in the old days, police officers were like every 10 feet, but, and then, when do you have a conscience? Like, okay, let's say I came up, and let's say times are tough, and they are. I mean,
Sure.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, times are tough. And I could see robbing someone. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I would rob someone richer, you know,
Right.
more deserving of the crime. You know what I'm
Why
saying?
do you go after a 98-year-old lady
I know,
out
but
in the
even
middle
if you
of
didn't
nowhere?
know, even
What's
if
she
you didn't know,
got?
let's say you didn't know, and you just walked up and you said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna rob these people. And you knocked on the door asking for water, and she said no. And you saw that she was 90, and when does, I'm saying like, and I've gone even past we'll rob another human being, you know, and that's a big leap, but desperate times, desperate measures. But even in the most desperate times, when you see this 98-year-old lady, small as can be, in a wheelchair, when do you call the operation off? Like, maybe we should hit our neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When do you
exactly.
you know, and my whole thing is, I'm trying, people are desperate, you know, and people are doing desperate things right now. So I'm trying not to judge them for that. But at the same time, when do you call it off? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're just, oh man, it's horrible. It's like when you get really angry because someone bumped into you and you push them and then you realize they're retarded. Then you're like, I'm not going to beat you up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's an old lady. Just let it go. I mean, regroup and come back. And then,
For sure.
you know, they're definitely, you know, do you give up the crime circuit after that?
I would hope so.
I mean, a 98-year-old lady just whooped your ass. But there's a funny story in Florida. I used to go to this box gym all the time, and there was this guy, you know, he wasn't a boxer, but always hung out and wanted to be a boxer, you know, type thing. And, you know, straight up gangster, you know, he was like Kimbo Slice before Kimbo Slice. And not like the real nice guy Kimbo Slice, the character Kimbo Slice. And, he just was like this big, tough guy, and everyone would laugh when he came around. You know, no matter what, he'd go around, he'd punch people, and like, people would just fucking laugh at him. And I'm like, why are we laughing at the guy that looks like he could kick everyone's ass? They're like, oh, they robbed a house, and this old lady, I don't know, she's 40, 50 years old, and she just kept screaming on top of her lungs, and he punched her, but couldn't knock her out. And I'm just like, dude, I think it's just time to get, you know, that's God, well, if there is a God, but that is somebody, Jiminy Cricket, Terry Funk, God, you know, Jesus, whoever, that's somebody telling you, you gotta get out of being a criminal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're a big thug and can't knock out an old lady, or if you're fucking a mastermind, you thought of, can I have a glass of water while your friend fucking robs places? If these Wile E. Coyote genius plans don't work. I think it's just time to move on, man. It's time to move on. All right, listen. Right. Am I going to be desperate enough maybe to rob someone? I don't know. I hope not. But if I am, let's say, I've come down to my lowest point, which probably will be next Tuesday. And I'm like, you know what? I need money. And I go to rob someone, and an old lady kicks the hell out of me. I can't knock out an old lady, or something that humbling of a life experience happens. I think I'm done. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm just going to go sit on a street corner and beg for money.
Right.
I'm done.
Then you'd probably be rich.
Probably a lot better than what we're doing now.
So
thanks, Dick. Thanks for depressing me. Like, old lady's getting robbed. This is hilarious. Having a good old time. Begging for money to make more money. Yeah, great. Thanks.
So, do you have a cell phone?
No, I do not.
You don't. Does your wife have a cell phone?
Yes.
What kind of cell phone does she have?
Japanese company. You get real cheap discounts on McDonald's with it.
What's McDonald's? I don't understand.
No, cell phones do everything here.
Yeah.
Fuck the iPhone. Fuck America. Dude, when it comes to cell phone, oh, Jesus Christ. They're fucking amazing here, dude. Your photos, like when you take a photo with a cell phone, it looks like ass. Dude, you can make a fucking goddamn poster with these photos. The videos work just as good as a flip camera. Because at the very beginning, I was like, why don't anyone have a flip camera here? And my wife's like, well, it's on cell phones. I'm like, yeah, but it don't look as good. And I looked at it, like, holy shit, is this high def? What's going on? So, and then they have where you can buy stuff on it, so it works as a credit card. It just has some amazing technology. And then iPhones here are free, or at least limited time. I don't know if I think I missed out on that. Yeah. But you got to sign a 1-year contract and you get a free iPhone. Mm-hmm. But I think that deal might be over. I'm not really sure. But I just work from home. I never leave this office. So I was like, what F do I need a cell phone?
Right.
I can't even pay $20 to keep my computer phone on. Why am I gonna, you know what I mean? Why the hell am I gonna have a cell phone? So, no. No cell phone for me. Eventually I would like one, but.
I have a BlackBerry, which I use totally for business, but they're coming out with an HTC phone that looks like kind of like the quality of iPhone, but it's through Sprint, which I use Sprint, and I actually like Sprint.
Really? I'm
probably one of 10 people in the whole world that like Sprint.
I don't know. I never really, now that I think back about it, I never really had a problem with Sprint. AT&T is just kind of retarded, and they'll charge you $250 no matter what.
And their service sucks.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's awful.
I'm trying to think who else I've had. I had Verizon. They're horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never had a good cell phone company. My wife's cell phone company over here don't work. Cell phones in Japan work pretty good. But I guess it depends where you live. I'm sure if you go out on top of Mount Fuji, you won't get the bars, but I don't know.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to think, is there a good cell phone company? That might be the question of the day. Because I've never, dude, don't tell me T-Mobile, because if you use T-Mobile, you have no soul. Do some research, read.
Well, see, so
I want a soul.
This is the phone I use right now. It's my BlackBerry. And I have no problems with it. It's just, it does email and stuff really well. But it really sucks at making phone calls. It's a really nice mini computer. But
well, that's the joke about the iPhone. The iPhone does everything but make phone calls.
Right. So I also have an HTC, which is what this new one is. This isn't the new one. This is an old HTC. But it's got Windows Mobile on it, and Windows Mobile sucks. So.
Oh, really?
So HTC has come out with a new one called the Hero, which is kind of their take on Sprint's take on the iPhone, and it's not expensive. It's like way less than an iPhone, and my Sprint plan is way less than an AT&T plan. So I'm thinking about it, but so if anybody's watching and knows anything about it, email me, dick@channel125.com, and let me know what you think.
And if you have a phone service, I guess, cell phone service, and you absolutely like it, I'd just like to hear from you. Everyone I've ever talked to is like, oh, my phone fucking sucks, or,
Right.
this phone service sucks.